Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are attacking the giants, and I think our goal is just to grab this and end the game. So, bounty's been posted, I should have looked at that. Oh yeah, this is from before, I think I already accepted this. Enter. And since we took out their leader recently, and this is their capital, we'll probably just ignore the underground city here. We can grab it on the way back. But for now, we'll just be slow and steady and go for the 18 stack, which they're going to have no ability to really do much of anything about. So it should just be a matter of autoing a couple of battles and the player should be eliminated. Which probably means, since I'm just about to win, I probably don't need to spend too much time thinking about anything that I'm doing here. We already have... well, we get bonuses for more water. Pretty sure. They'll get angry at us if we do that. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but... Okay, they've returned. Mystical Seer. Right, explore the world. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. It's just like one turn. 450 mana. Arguably worth it. I'm not going to. Okay, one more turn. Did they cast a spell on me? I guess we'll find out. I should really figure out what the hotkey is for weight. Tier 1 units gain experience 50% faster. Yes, we're starting to get chaos. And founding cities takes 2 less turns. Yeah, chaos in nature. It could make a difference, theoretically. I have absolutely everything except for additional siege projects, and I don't really use siege projects generally, so... okay, yeah, they did cast Blizzard on me. Which gives me status res reduction, I believe. Heard that in multiplayer, the Blizzard spell... there's also maybe Avalanche or something? There's something else in the Pure Cold or whatever. I mean, I guess I could just... Ohms. Shadow. Yeah. Blizzard from Cryomancy. Yeah, for one turn you get -3 status res. And then Cold Dark, that's the one. Flash Freeze, there we go. -5 status res. So you can stack these and get -8 status res on an army before you attack it, which could be pretty ridiculous. Alright, we have a siege. Alright, so that should be pretty straightforward. No losses. Alright. Let's just keep going. We'll keep all 3 of our armies on the water, just so that any embarked units are considered to be part of the army if we get attacked. Because if we have one army on the land and they get attacked, then they can end up being isolated, depending on how it thinks about it. I think my flying units would still join in, but yeah. Okay, vassalize in 2 turns. Because maybe we should be keeping a garrison there if we were playing this properly, but I'm just gonna, at this point, the game's already won, so there's not really any reason to stick around. Alright, so we have, and yeah, because of our mount modifier, we don't even need to be of the correct affinities. We can just grab any of them. But given the fact that we've angelized all of our people, all the stuff that we've been, zeal and faithful and all those modifiers, it really just makes sense to go with the Tome of the God King, God Emperor even. So that's what we will be doing.
Godhood is known. It
Okay,
is
Wrath
felt.
of the Emperor.
One need not convince others of one's
Demoralize.
divinity.
-5
For one's
morale,
very
-3
essence
status
shall
res for one
shine
turn.
through. Embrace
And
divinity.
30 damage
Inspire
if it's in
all
enemy
with your
territory.
presence, and grant holy might to all who follow you on your righteous path.
Army spell.
Blessed be you,
Gain Resurgence. I mean, we already
and
have that from our
blessed
leaders,
be your
but
flock.
not bad. Exalted Champion. For 3 turns, this is in combat, target friendly unit does double damage and gains 50%, or not 50%, 5 defense, which 5 res, 5 status protection. Okay, I mean, all of these are kind of good. And then we have Bind Gold Ancient Wonder. Okay, and I was curious about this because there's actually 2 spells here. So this becomes unlocked at tier 3. I actually don't really care about any of these, to be honest, so I'm actually just going to finally grab that. Because we need that for our magic victory. Yeah, Age of Order ready to research? That's a lie. I need to research the Bind Gold Wonder before I'm allowed to do that. I was curious because I've never actually gotten to tier 5 without researching it before. So I did not have the ability of researching Age of Order. I had to do the Wonder first, which makes sense because that's a prerequisite anyway. Garden of Affluence. We do have a lot of those. Sure. You have a Garden of Affluence. Okay, city stability, that is income in a sense. Free city can be integrated, okay, but I don't want to. Negotiation successful. Flourishing vassalage, right, so if we look at victory, expansion, yeah, we should have just jumped up 20. I think we needed about 50 or so. But that's still going to be slow compared to what we're doing. I do have mana again, so I could actually start doing some of my other spells. Okay, this gives enchanted units faithful, which reduces upkeep, but it also costs mana per turn in upkeep, so it's probably not the best. Beam of Celestial Light, a formal message is delivered. I wish to express my approval of the path of faith you've chosen as Gaudir. So this is one of my Pantheon leaders, I guess. King Decimus the Unwavering, that was a campaign enemy leader. But he is Order. Yes, we have too many heroes, but in the future we'll take another free hero, sure. Alright, so this, I guess you're saying you're my strongest stack. Sundren is inside an arena amidst a dozen golden statues, most of them rooted in gold puddles that spot the white sandy plains. Soldiers, servants, beasts, furnitures, and food, all wrought from gold. Wait, did that statue just move? Then Sundren hears snickering. My, a raspy voice resounds through the arena. Have they lifted my exile at last? The luxuriously garbed Wizard King reveals himself. I am Midas, god of wealth. Take my hand. Midas, okay. And stay a while. You take my cold steel. Cast preemptive counter spells. So, risky battle. Same risky battle. They're showing us weaker. Interesting. I mean, I might as well. I have the mana now. Level 1, 2 gold golems. Transmuter. Yeah. It's about what I thought. We can watch this one, though. The thing is, even though they're so much stronger than me, or not even so much, but even though they're relatively strong and they have, some tier 5 units and all that, for one thing, these gold golems aren't the scariest tier 5 unit in the game. But also, I have enchantments, and also my hero is 10 levels higher than theirs. So, it's not exactly... Why do they have a level 1 hero? That just seems odd. Yeah, so all sorts of awakened nonsense going on over here. That's more of a high culture thing. Which we have not been playing, because we are an Oathsworn culture. Touched by Midas, units suffer gilded at the start of combat. Each 2 turns a unit stops being... Oh. Oh, I see. So his units all start as golden statues, and only 1 unit comes online every 2 turns? Yeah, okay, this is going to be a really easy fight then. He has a 60% chance to inflict gilded. Specifically Midas, the hero. But, I mean, that doesn't matter if Midas is just dead, right? Yeah, gilded resisted. Our resistances should be pretty high, because I have been stacking them. But Gilded is an instant kill ability, so it had the potential to be pretty nasty. These things, the gold golems, also have Gilded Strike. But... and I'm not sure if, offhand actually, if a unit is gilded, it still exists until it's defeated, so I think if we end the fight, our units might actually not be considered dead. Yeah, because they just gilded us. Oh, it only has a 1 turn? Huh. Yeah, I admittedly haven't played with these units all that much. I also don't do all that much manual combat because it takes a while. But I guess this just confirms that Gilded only really matters if, well, okay, for one thing, you can just dispel it. But it's one of those things that kind of, it's crowd control, right? It's a CC ability, so it'll take you out of the fight temporarily, and if your side is already winning, you can just kind of steamroll if you start gilding the enemy. But our units are pretty strong, so... Look at the sweeping strike with the chance of gilded, though. Could be potentially bad. And the gold golems do only have a single model, so it's like, doesn't matter how much health they have, as long as they have 1 hit point, they still do full damage. Not like my units that, you know, if I lose 2/3 of my health, I lose 2/3 of my damage. But part of the problem with the gold golems, the reason why they're not so good, is that they are a mythic class unit. And the reason being mythic is bad is mythic units, on paper, have probably the best stats in the game. But every time I'm researching a new tome, I tend to get an enchantment that's like, oh, this increases polearm units, this increases archers or battle mages or whatever, right? I don't think there's a single enchantment in the game that increases mythic explicitly. So these gold golems, there might be an upgrade. I think there's one that's like all your constructs, which I think they would benefit from. In fact, we probably have that one with the build that I went for this time. And they're doing damage to my support, but we already know how this ends. Oh, right. Also, they're on fire, so they take a ton of damage every turn. Yeah, so... honestly, this looked like... You know, the numbers initially were not looking terribly favorable. They had a higher army strength than I did. But watching this play out, even with the brain-dead AI doing things, this looked like a really easy fight. So that's a good thing to know in the future. You don't have to overcommit too much to the Gold Wonders. I mean, I am 100 turns in with a level 11 hero and, you know, tier 4 units, so like, this is not an early game fight by any means, but it's not a terribly difficult fight for endgame. Alright, well, interesting enchantments, I guess, but overall not too bad. We also got a tier 4 weapon. It doesn't have anything special on it aside from units adjacent to the wielder of the King's Blade gain fearless and 20% damage. Huh. I kind of liked you having a polearm. 24 versus 25? I did like you having triple strike for some reason. I don't think it even matters. I think I was just because your starting weapon had a combo ability and nothing else you've had did. But, Well, if I do that, I can give you a shield. Yeah, this is almost certainly better. Aesthetics aside. The gold destiny had coined for myself. My precious, first my rivals enviously steal me away, and then my prison opens next, vault robbers arrive. Take my riches, may you choke on them. I could also get Yaka's Power Cleaver. I did not need to see that. Charge, 30 damage, Sundered Resistance, chance of stunning, that's pretty good. 900 mana, pretty insane. I could get a Golden Golem, or I could get a Transmuter of the Guardian Orcs. Transmuter's a Battle Mage, I do get some buffs on those. The problem with getting another unit is that then I'm slightly vulnerable to counterattack because I have a stack of 1, and if they attack that, then I only get 12 reinforcements. Instead of having a full stack of 18, I would just have 13 in a fight. So I think we're actually going to go for the mana. On the other hand, if I had suffered any casualties in that fight, why am I not regenning here? It should be my territory. But I'm taking damage. Umbral Malady. Really? This is an Umbral? How do I... Bloom. There we go. Okay, so this leader has a spell in effect that's basically causing blight to come out of his cities. Or at least out of this city. Alright, he's got a Spelljammer. Well, that's slightly obnoxious. That's not. That's not. Okay, it is enemy territory though, so... Well... even if we start the battle with low health, I think we still win because we have a lot of healing, think it's fine. Stone walls, sure. I shouldn't really be worrying too much about this. Sundrin did level up, level 12, which gives us abilities I don't really care for, or Master of Order. Could have a heal. It's a melee range heal, though, which... I feel like we're more interested in getting crit. Yeah, 20% crit, and each crit does an additional 10% damage. Keeper's Mark. Enchant. I think my units were already all faithful, so that didn't actually make my units cheaper. I could summon some Prosperity Dragons, that's an option. Focus Aim. Give all of my ranged units the ability to just not miss. Sure. This is an active ability you can use, so it's on a cooldown, but it can be fun. Inquisitor's Mark. I only have 2 units that benefit from this. But sure, we'll give our longbows a chance of inflicting Condemned. Shrine of Prosperity, and yeah, we have a Shrine of Smiting here. We could afford another unit. Okay, let's just get another Pyre Templar. We successfully absorbed the city, or vassalized it. How's our relationship with you guys looking, though? Allegiance, minus 24. And it looks like it's decreasing. That's fine. We will just have to wait until we've maxed out one of our other cities, probably Quentin. This one should be maxed out soon. Well, okay, in 10 turns. At which point, the stone will be free. Okay, in the meantime, can everybody make it over there? They can. Pillage. That's not considered to be an evil action. Interesting. I thought pillaging was considered to be evil, but I guess they didn't want... For a Spelljammer. They didn't want you to be penalized. Alright, so we actually do get to heal again. Well, you guys don't, but... That's just because you don't have any leader abilities that heal. My other 2 armies have at least a little bit. Alright, start a siege, which traps their leader in the city. And we might as well go for some big things here then, because it's probably the last one we're going to do. Tower Bombardment. I mean... Harass Defenders. We'll grab the 3rd one here and undermine the walls as well, probably, because having more spaces to run through makes somewhat of a difference. Alright, we've got our spell. Target owned and annexed Gold Ancient Wonder. Well, we can't do that, so we will wait. Age of Order. Like how I just didn't take any of the abilities from my tier 5 tome. I just didn't find them particularly worth doing. I think there was 4, and I would have taken the 4th one, but they didn't offer it to me. Oh well. That's a defensive structure. Alright, Shrine of Prosperity. Every adjacent... well, we're putting it here when we grow. Not really sure what to use with my influence for at this point, so... Now, just remember that you do have other options. Ah, hero slot. I could actually unlock additional hero slots with it, that is a thing. We'll take a champion... Lawbringer. Well, free hero, sure. Founding and absorbing cities takes 2 less turns. Okay, we'll grab that because we are planning on absorbing their capital. Yeah, I can always increase the city cap, but like, I never got back up to 5 after doing any of that. Create a new bounty. Okay, that's nice. Don't really care. Garden of Affluence. Actually pillaging the Spelljammer for once, doing this properly. That's been boosted, let's just do it. Inquisitor's Mark. Make those longbows slightly better. We're gonna denounce the player that's losing, how brave. Okay, you're flourishing. Nice. I am going to want that available. This is also tempting. These are good units. I probably want to replace both my longbows with those, honestly. Well, I'll start prepping that. Are they attacking me? They don't like the siege projects that I've got in place? They sure are. Alright. I'm reasonably confident, but we might have to manually do this. Should we watch it? We can start watching it. I can always skip if I don't want to. So I think my siege projects all get to go off immediately just because they attack me. It's a weird system, but again, I think for balance reasons it kind of makes sense probably. Okay, let's just get things going. Don't need to watch people slowly rearrange themselves and do all of their healing and buffing. Oh, that was a very, very safe starting move. Hero Resurgence is on, so my heroes actually don't stay dead if they die. Oh, that's the other thing. I have Resurgence on a bunch of my armies, so actually I could lose like half my army here, and it's not going to matter, because as long as I win the fight, I get my units back. It's what happens when you decide to go for the Holy Warriors, I guess. We might just play through the whole thing in 4 times and just kind of see if anything interesting happens, but probably not. They do have a lot of tier 4 units. Like, they do have a lot of upper level stuff. Yeah, that was very smart move, charging forward like that. Like, we've just taken out one of our heroes. They're going to take out two of our heroes for free at the very start of the battle. Yeah, okay. Because the heroes decided to charge forward while all the other units decided to stand back and heal and buff. I guess the Spelljammer is offline, so we do get relatively cheap spells. So on this speed, the camera is spending so much time moving. This is actually... I'm not prone to motion sickness or nausea or anything while playing games, but I could see how this could be triggering people in that respect. But at this point, I'm kind of curious, like, how do I actually win, given that I just sacrificed two heroes at the very start of the fight? Draw my best units. Yeah, because, like, we're not looking super healthy. Okay, I mean, our main leader is still alive. I mean, I think it's just these Pyre Templars are just so good. And I'm assuming that we're ahead of the AI on research. Okay, well that's how our Zealot died. We'll replace him with the Prosperity Dragon. It's a slight upgrade. So... I guess we just have a lot more staying power, which is, I guess, to be expected, because we are stacking a ton of enchantments, and these Battle Mage units also do give lifesteal, so it's like they're not only an offensive caster, but they're also a sustain. So, you know, we do get a bunch of benefits. But yeah, watching this, I don't know how terribly useful this was from a learning perspective, aside from just AI is dumb. Often the case. But this is probably the last battle I'll be doing. These giants are pretty tall. You get resurrected or something? You're basically dead, that one unit. Tier 4. Yeah, somebody really came back from the brink there. Where are they fleeing to? Okay, so we actually didn't have too many losses at all. I think we only lost, like, unless I missed something, but I think we only actually lost that Zealot and the 2 heroes at the start. And then because of Hero Resurgence, we get our heroes back. Which I'm assuming it was you two, probably? No, it would have been Sundrin, because I don't think she got experience. Yeah, experience 9 earned. Nothing, okay. She's supposed to be like a long-range archer character. Oh no, she did go snapshot, not sniper, that's true. Well, we'll accept that result. That's a good result. Okay, Spelljammer's gone. Got a ton of stuff here. Okay, this one will be easy. Alright, we have defeated Molnar Cairngard, cast him to the Astral Void. Hold a parade. Don't really need the, don't really need any of these. Sure. I'll do that. Alright, this city, we do actually need to absorb it, unfortunately. We could migrate to Guardian Orcs. We did just, gain a bunch of good points, but we will still stay good to the end. Alright, so at this point, what do we want to do? Because, okay. We have handle remaining cities. If we make peace with them, we can try to convert them using the Whispering Stones, but I have a lot of uses for these at this point. So I know I regretted it last time I did this, but we will remain at war with both of them. Okay, let's just do this. So you guys now... Well... We will... Okay, this is... We're gonna wait here until we've absorbed this, and then we'll go deal with the rest of it. Okay, hero leveled up, Shua the Traveler. Every time you kill, you get extra crit rate. That sounds good to me. Borak the Talented. This is my main mage. Don't really have anything else I want. Like, this Elementalist tree is... I would say it's surprisingly small, but I mean, I am level 17 and you cap out at 20. I guess we'll use the Elemental Gateway. Okay, we captured somebody else. In the crypt, we're getting a bunch of mana from these. We can... Oh, we have a lot of corpses in here. Oh, I think... Because we just captured their crypt. That's what's going on here. So the AI have been fighting each other, and now we've got all the units that they've been captured. Well, we'll leave it. Ah, you just achieved your ambition. Okay. Cool. I wonder if there's anything we can do about, yeah, this Altar of Marching Gloom. I really don't want that. Because I do not have Gloom abilities. Statute, you treated them well. They now wish to invite the citizens of Bushgrove. Shared festival helps everybody. I'll take the money. Okay, you guys can annex another province. I was not a huge fan of of the units I got from this last time. I mean, the longbows are doing alright, honestly. Could just grab a bunch more longbows. Okay, Tyrant Knights. Jar and Order unit. I don't really think I want more units, though, because it hurts the economy. Okay, Age of Order has been researched. Wrath of the Emperor we saw before. Salvation. It's alright. I think Staves of Grace was something I kind of wanted. Oh, right, these. Since I don't need mana desperately anymore, let's actually get this. Every time I do an order healing or buff spell, the unit gains 30 crit rate. Which is stupidly powerful. Order is ridiculous. You can only get one of these matrices across your entire empire. It's just in your capital. And then there's a tier 2 version for offensive spells. But the order ones are very, very good. So that's what we will do. Do we let Spear Tree expand into that? I mean, we're already size 15. I think we're fine. We'll go Forestry here, because that'll buff the Shrine of Prosperity. Okay, so this is our Death Knight hero. Reckless Rage. Execute. Or hastened and heal every time you crit. I think we're going to go down the crit line for you. Okay, spell is ready, but I don't have a valid target. Age of Order cannot be cast because I need to bind a valid target. So we will go Prosperity Dragon. Although I think we just have one turn left on this. 2 more. Okay. And then we need to expand, but we can do some things on that front as well. Alright, finished a Palace of Vows up here. Sure, get some more defense. Give us more time to react if we're under siege. One more turn. Alright, so we have Spirit Downs. Altar of Marching Gloom. Every turn, a province within a radius equal to the tier gains gloom. Let's replace this with a forester. How about that? Oh, and we do have an extra. Okay, well, obviously we grab this. Bind. Bind was right click. Okay, bind. Which gives us 50 knowledge a turn, which is pretty good. And now, we just cast Age of Order. And we will cut the queue, because the dragon will get it when we get it. Alright, as for you guys... I mean, I could run out here and clean up some extra cities and stuff, but really, all I have to do... really, all I have to do is just defend this city, right? Because I just need to not lose not lose this. So... did this get gloomed as well? The one turn I had it? So, I'm not even going to bother taking out those other cities, because we're kind of at that endgame stage where I know I've won, it's just a matter of hitting end turn a bunch of times. Game's a lot more interesting in the early game stages, for sure. Getting offensive spells. Order damage spells deal plus 10 spirit damage, and debuffs remove all positive status from their target. Could go for Materium, because I guess we need 2 as the threshold, it looks like, because we don't have Chaos or Nature available. So I could do more physical damage on Materium spells, and also inflict Sundered Defense, but I mean, that's just way better. Healing Spires. Haste Berries acquired. Okay, we already had that. Leader, level up. We were going for Reckless Rage, so I think we wanted Berserker Rage. Although you are level 20, so you're not getting, like, you're maxed out, so you're never actually going to level up, but, also I'm not bothering to deal with my equipment at this point, like I know. I know it's a thing I could be doing, but... does a Shrine of Prosperity... Sanctuary... I don't have anything that restores provinces, right? I guess not. Because I would like to get rid of... I would like to get rid of this gloom. What's going on here? My farm is being pillaged. I mean, I guess I can at least deal with that stuff. Staves of Grace. Exalted Champion. Sure, I'll take that. Blacksmith is draft, which is growth, so sure. City stability is income. Province is being pillaged. Yep. Not entirely sure where those came from. We've got Got marauders there. Offers you talisman from a selection of primal spirits. Okay, anything here? Well, let's not insult Bushgrove. Guardian orcs gain stability. Sure, I'll go with that. Hmm. We do have a lot of farms. Garden of Affluence. A ruined province can be rebuilt. Okay. Again, probably doesn't matter too terribly much. Shrine of Prosperity does benefit from more farms and forests. So we'll just do that. I guess I decided that we are going to conquer Middleton. Alright, so we get to choose a new tome now, and I am kind of done with the build, because once you hit your tier 5, kind of like nothing else really matters. I remember Paradise being pretty good, but again, like, the game's over, right? So does it really matter? Supreme Magic for the Battle Mages might not be bad. Sure.
We who seek to shepherd.
Oh, you died again. Okay. And again? This is all gloom too, isn't it? Sure is. Alright, start a siege. We will harass defenders, undermine the walls, and burn the battlements. Tribunals are pretty good. They just decided to attack us. That's about what I was expecting. Vassal. And there we go. I've unlocked the Beacons of Unity. Okay, I can do an expansion victory now, because I have enough territory. Grand Wharf. Production bonus. I mean, that's kind of cool. Not terribly bothered. At this point, critical second wind, yes. Oh, right, you hit level 16. I guess you're going to be a Paragon of Order, since you are an army leader. Age of Order is ready. Okay, everybody declares war on me as a result. You guys are done. Okay. Free City can be integrated. Good news. You are still done. Okay, and they stopped being at war. Right, so how the magic victory works. I just need to defend the Wonder for 15 turns. 15 turns. It seems kind of long, but I guess they need time to be able to get here. But basically, I just camp my my army here, and even if they take out all the rest of my empire, I just don't care. So but also they've been at war with each other up until this very turn, and they've been killing each other. So I don't imagine it's going to make all that much of a difference. Grab a bunch of production in the capital. Like, none of these really matter. Okay, we got our tier 5 prosperity dragon here. And back onto a relatively safe province. And probably... No, we're already at an hour, but I'm just going to hit end turn 15 times and end it. If I have to do another fight to defend, I will. None of this really matters. I guess arcane battlements, because we have... whatever. Alright, I could be building Beacons of Unity as well. I mean, that's kind of useful, I guess. Spell's ready to cast. Staves of Grace. Province improvements provide extra stability. Sure. You can also just gain 2,000 gold at any point. For our Materium bonus, our resources are doing okay. Right, we have a bunch of extra units here now because we have the Shrine of Prosperity. But I'm just going to get more Pyre Templars. And summon dragons. And this stack should be okay to defend. That's the other thing. Are they gonna beeline for my wonder, or are they going to just attack me wherever? But like, I guess, I mean, I could queue a bunch of stuff, but it's still gonna remind me that the things are finished. Still. Heavy provocation. Alright, there we go. Got you set up. Defensive fact, sure. Oh, right, we have another... Springstone, might as well stick it in there. Main's being invaded, sure. Mass Revive. This is the one that I kind of wanted. All friendly units with Faithful or Zeal come back to life 50% of their HP. That's a valid tier 5 spell. Looking for something exciting. I do cause a lot of burnings, so we'll make good to know. Okay, your stance under siege, okay. Okay. There's nothing coming at us from this direction. No, I think we're good. Yeah, not even close. Yeah, you guys can just park there. You guys can park there. I still have money, so you know what? It's kind of a criticism of late game. I will do 2 more. A criticism of late game Age of Wonders is that you kind of end up with these armies of just your best unit and a whole bunch of copies of it. Channel Chamber is more casting points. Let's go for that. Caltrops, sure. Oh, we got another level up. Okay, let's just continue with this. Giant's Bane. We have a tier 4 pole arm. Well, we do, but not a lance. Okay. Huh. They're coming in, okay. With 5 units, oh no. Like this is... just completely trivial at this point. Why can I not build this? Oh, I require farms. Interesting. Tithe collector... I mean, I guess we could put it here. We lose the quarry bonus, but I mean, still have a bunch. It's not like we need the production. Okay, up we go. Misclick, whatever. Good. Hostile army sent to war party. Sure. Thing is, if they're coming in from my main area, it doesn't even matter. Like, I think Guardian Orcs shall be known for their sublime architecture. +2 order affinity. Cities of this race with city tier 3 or higher generate extra Imperium. Yep, I think that's fine. Got mass revive. Condemn army. Sure. Okay, so this army is coming out of here. Are they going to attack my vassal, or are they going to attack me? Let's just make absolutely certain that we don't have our timer reset. Yes, I do take damage for being in Bloom, so that's probably I'll be looking for a way of dealing with that. Oh, okay, we get gold for killing units. Sure, we'll grab it. Prelude of Doom. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Get another Prosperity Dragon. Which is really why we're, oh, actually. How much are these? 120 mana, upkeep a turn. Okay, maybe we don't actually summon this one. Okay, well, we just have 7 more turns, so we will camp here even though it hurts. Because the rate that we're taking damage doesn't matter. I think we actually need to dismiss, unfortunately. Okay, critical second wind. Not so great on a ranger. Okay, you got your major ambition, good for you. Whispering Stone has returned. Okay. High Rich. Oh, we're at war with them, that's right. Unfortunately... it's just too expensive. these healing spires. Yeah, nobody's coming for us. Okay. Grand protection, I guess. Ready, we're not casting it. We do have 2 slots we can save. Nothing else that we really need to cast, though. This one's useful just to have in a backup, but, oh. Going for our mana, huh? Merchant of Mounts. Could get my people mounts, but really, why? They fly at this point. Magic victory in 5 turns. You know what? Just produce merchandise, I guess. Instead of doing that, let's just not do anything. You can infinitely produce merchandise, it doesn't matter. Sure, get another farm. Ritual of Somnia. 90% chance to become stunned for 2 turns at the start of each battle. Oh, for 1 turn. Well, if I don't get in a fight in the next turn, I guess that doesn't matter. How are my health doing? It's starting to hurt. This is really annoying, the gloom effect. Oh, they're coming, huh? Let's just take out their leader. Oh, our ally. Ally lost somebody. Alright. Subjugation. Its order. Why not?
To the righteous is given the duty of bringing light unto
Intimidating
those still in the
aura.
dark.
Yes, please. That looks good. Not that it's, again, not that it matters. Okay, yeah, you've got a thing. You get to annex again. Sure. Okay, this is our Death Knight. When he kills, he gains fortune. Sounds good. This is a Spellblade. Never actually looked at what he has, but okay, he's another leader. So I should divide these heroes up, is what that means. Okay, melee no longer Sorry. Melee no longer retaliates. I guess we'll go for that. Why not? Yeah, I didn't even check to see if he was a leader or not, so we're not going to do that. They've gained renown because of stuff, of course. Yeah, just kind of whatever. You guys are landing? I will share some of my lore with you. Sure. Yeah, you guys are kind of just whatever, huh? Negotiations succeeded, good. Nothing going on up here. Oh. Is it because of this? The Ash Megalith? First shrine. I think I have something that's reversing the corruption, or maybe it's just because I got rid of the corruption thing, it goes away. I don't see anything that would be doing it. Well, I'm not complaining. Resource shortage mana, yes, I am aware. Okay. More armies coming in, but at this point, even if they siege me, it's going to take them 3 turns. So I don't even have to take out... Okay, you're dead. Oh, not enough movement to start the fight. Ah, and they're invading me over here too. Okay, I mean, they're trying. But I'm just so far ahead of them. Farms plus 5 food. Nature has some good things in it. So yeah, I could clear some of this stuff up, but I mean, game's over. I felt like there wasn't really... I didn't want to do an episode of just me hitting end turn 15 times. Fan favorite. Lead a faction of righteous orcs to victory. Okay. I mean, I did really like playing Orc Theocrat in Age of Wonders 3, which I'm assuming is what that is a reference to. Alright, your people watch in awe as you rise from your empire, radiant and divine. To gaze upon you is to stare into the light itself. All kneel before you as you call forth the Age of Order. Well done, God Emperor. I wish that there was a way to show this map better. We could also be looking at the underground, which kind of does its own thing, but these things can be kind of fun. So you can see this is where we started relative to our opponents. So of course they started underground. Yeah, so as expected, it looks like we had a fairly slow start compared to the AI. They expanded quite a bit, quite early. I mean, actually, I had 3 cities up in a reasonable amount of time, but... yeah. Unfortunately, we never got to figure out what was going on with the enemy leader switch. That was an interesting development, but I basically needed to conquer them in order to complete the quest to solve that issue. So that was just never really going to happen. Okay, so then we settled 4 and 5 and then lost them. But at that point we take out the halflings. halflings are completely wiped out. Unfortunately, vassals don't show up. I kind of wish that on this map, vassals would show up in your color, because they are part of your empire, and they do provide you with income, even if a vassalized city isn't technically as good. Alright, so then they're taken out. Yeah, we can see this purple gloom stuff everywhere. Yeah, like I still have this territory, I just didn't hold it down. Gave it up to a vassal. Alright. So now that we are done, there is still one more thing to do. His conquest of the realm has given him a chance to ascend to your pantheon. Will you grant Ichte VI his ascendance? So we saw this with Sundrin and whatever that frog hero was. So this guy could just show up. Presumably if I'm playing Order or Good, he would offer to help. So we will accept, and he now gets to become ridiculously overpowered. Because if we run him as a ruler, he can just have some super bonus right from level 1. I've never actually tried playing with an ascended character, starting a new map. But it's kind of interesting, I guess. So he can do 2 grace and 2 regen, defense, resistance, and 1 hex radius. No, he wasn't really a construct. Martyr, if he dies, he comes back to life and grants health and morale to all friendly units. Interesting. I'm pretty sure these are based on the tomes that I researched. At the start of each turn, dispel a negative status. That's pretty good. Word of the Ascended Prophet. Target friendly creature. Oh, this cascades. Okay. Fire Bearer. He has Resurgence. Oh, minus 20 HP. Oh, and then when he dies, enemy units in a 2x radius suffer 20 fire damage, condemned and weakened. That's kind of funny. But of these, I mean, it's not super great, but I'm not concerned about min-maxing these heroes. I think that this one, Ascended Master, kind of just makes the most sense thematically, so that's what we'll go with. Alright, 7 more points for me. Yeah. I guess this also means if the AI plays as him, then he would also start with this bonus, but that's fine. Alright, and then since I have 7 more rewards, I can grab more things from here. New helmet, it's an option. Most of these are cosmetic. Astrological Diviners is a trait. Generally, I just kind of beeline for the traits, because they give you more options when you're creating a new race or faction. I'm pretty sure this is all just cosmetic options for the item forge. So probably we just go for that, unless there's anything here. Giant Archon Body. Giant Revenant Body. So this is new stuff for Giant Kings. Interesting. But these were added with the Archons. Anyway, that's what I want. I think I have enough for it, so... Various banner icons, I honestly don't care. Oh, these were actually something. Hold on, what is this? Fearless Passive Item Infusion. Unlocks the Fearless Item Infusion in the Item Forge. Oh. Greater Farsight. Okay, so we can make our Forge have some additional functionality. These are worth grabbing then. Inner Grace on Shield. Or Mirror Veil on Shield. Okay. Innate Spelljammer. Or Overcharge Cast. Guess we'll grab that one. I'm not a huge fan of Spelljammer, but anyway, that's just a reward for continuing to play the game, so eventually you'll presumably unlock everything. Yeah, you can see I just kind of... I wanted Vigilante Knights, I wanted Subterranean Society, I wanted Astrological Diviners, so just kind of going down and grabbing the things. And that was Age of Wonders 4. I will see you next time for something else.